I guess they're pretty much trying to figure out who they're gonna get to invest in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like we're the main company. We are MuMate. If
Yeah.
that's even right. MuMate.
Mate or something.
Maybe that's what it is. MuMate.
I like mate.
So, like,
Sorry.
we're the main company, but then we're trying to grow, and so there's a couple people that want to invest. Like, is that right? Invest with us, and so now we're trying to decide. Do we go with the DuPage Ventures, or do we go with the other people that we've looked into and had some other opportunities, kind of do some due diligence on them, I guess, to see if we actually are, like, do they offer us a better deal than DuPage? But we don't actually know what DuPage is going to offer us. So that's what Matt and Becca are doing, is they're developing what are they going to try and offer. And so tomorrow we're going to have to decide.
Right.
So I guess
yeah, that makes sense.
this is like their best attempt at like a real investor's opportunity. Like they're taking the part of being the people that want to invest in the company, and we're taking part of people that want to analyze it and see if we actually like their options.
Oh, okay. And we got the easy job.
I don't know. I don't know how their side is.
That's true. All right, so
Yeah. So what exactly do we need to go over tonight?
yeah.
I think that's where I'm confused.
Sorry, say that again.
So what exactly, like, do we need to go over tonight?
Yeah. Let me. Where is it? Okay, so what we need to do tonight. Okay. So I guess tomorrow they're supposed to actually send us an email prior to us getting together, and they're supposed to tell us like how much capital they want to invest with us and what they think our post money is going to be and the size of pool that they're going to propose. And so, I mean, they're basically going to like send us their term sheet. And for us, we need to, where was our thing? So we kind of need to probably like go through the same questions, like how much capital does the companies, the confidential companies that we know about, how much are they going to propose so that we can actually compare fairly quickly.
And how much we think they should propose? How much we'd like, I guess.
Yeah, well, we can decide like how much we like, but also, I mean, we already have 2 other companies to work with, and we can look at what they're already proposing. That way, whenever we see what Matt and Becca come up with, we can actually figure out if it's a good idea or not.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure by tomorrow we're going to have to figure out, you know, which company we're going to go with. So, but it does help that on the confidential document that we got, it kind of has Astoria Partners and Prosper Fund, those 2 other companies we've been looking at. It kind of has like a little chart at the end, and so like that helps.
Yeah, I saw that. Looks nice.
Yeah, me too. I didn't really know what I was talking about, but yeah. I saw that too. Okay, cool. So we just have to pretty much do the same thing they're doing, but we're just gonna choose whether to accept their proposal or not, and we can't do it just because we're friends with them. Cool. Just kidding.
Well, did you all understand the comparisons between the Astoria and the Prosper funds? Like, do you have an opinion of which one you think is better?
I think there was one of them that was going to let one of the founders on the board and one of them that didn't want a founder on the board. Wasn't there?
Correct. Astoria Partners, they said that upon hiring, like they're going to hire a new CEO, which means they're going to kick out the founders.
Mm-hmm.
And then the board's going to increase to 4. Well, okay. Okay. So their board for Astoria is going to be 3 members: the founder or the CEO, the venture capital person, and an outsider suggested by MuMate, and that's somebody that's also acceptable to Astoria. But whenever they hire a new CEO, their board's going to increase to 4. So basically, they're going to kick out one of the founders because there's 2 founders.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to kick out one of them. And then with Prosper, they are going to start out with 4 board members, which is both founders, a venture capitalist, and then they're going to decide on who their outside person is going to be.
Yeah. See, this is tricky because I'd say Prosper because then the founders can sit on the board, but above that, it looks like Prosper also wants 45% of the or 40% of the company, whereas Astoria would only take 25.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, that's a big part. Yeah, I'd probably, just for that, I would say probably go with the 25% Astoria partner, because because you'll still have one of the founders on the board, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe with DuPage we can realize that what we want is still a founder on the board, but not take so much equity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So for notes, we prefer the 25%, but we would also prefer to have both founders on the board. So looking at the next one is the option pool. I'm looking at the on page 3 of the confidential document.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at that also to see. I'm gonna have to use my friend Google. I can't remember what option pool is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing as you, Justina. But yeah.
Find option pool.
Yeah, I don't know what option pool is either.
It says the option pool is a way of attracting talented employees. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Attracting talented employees to a startup company. If the employees help the company to do well enough to go public, then they will be compensated with stock. Employees who get into the startup early will usually receive a greater percentage of the option pool than employees who arrive later. So they have the option pool there to attract people to their business. That's what that is.
Oh, okay. So with Astoria, then do they offer, would the investors in Astoria be offering more option pool? I guess then, obviously. So they offer. So it's more like, it sounds better to the employees that are starting.
Does the option pool take away some of the founder stock, though, and equity?
It seems so, because it's talking about shares.
Well, I'm wondering if that's kind of, it says, yeah, fully diluted shares after round closes. So that would be like after round 1 or something. Let's see here. So the initial size of the option pool may decrease with subsequent rounds of funding because of investors' ownership demands. So it does look like if there's an option pool, then that's also going to take away from the percentage that the owners or the founders have.
Yeah.
The creation of an option pool will commonly dilute the founder's share in the company because investors, angels, and venture capitalists often insist on it. So the more option pool there is, the more they also take away from the founders. What do you mean?
Although it's not really a huge sacrifice if the employees are helping build the company. Kind of just like most any company that uses, like, I guess, network marketing. Basically, you know, their company does well if their employees do well, so, and vice versa. So I think in reality, instead of, you know, taking away some of your stock, which, yeah, I guess potentially some of your earnings, it's also just getting your employees more invested in your company. So in general, I don't think it's a super. If anything, it helps your company out a lot more, I think.
And they're not too far away, 17.5 and 12.5 from each other.
Yeah, I don't think it's a super big, like, you know, it's not going to change the decision too much, in my opinion. I mean, it's a little different, but yeah.
Founders. Next one is founder share vesting. I don't know what that is.
Cool.
Best friend, where are you?
Yeah, how do they expect us to know any of this stuff?
Yeah.
I have the definition.
Go ahead.
So it says refers to the equity interest that is issued to founders and perhaps others at or near the time the company is formed. So it's equity, I guess. Yeah. So it's I think it's just the founders' percentage of shares that they get extra, or what they already had. I don't know. That makes sense. So with that Astoria, they're getting a lot more. Not a lot, but also in shorter amount of time. I don't don't know.
There's definitely pluses and minuses to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the next point is interesting. The other key provisions underneath Astoria, how they're gonna give them half of it at a time, but if they don't reach a milestone, then they're not obliged to give it to them. Which is kind of scary. If they don't reach something, then they won't get more funding.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So,
sorry, go ahead.
well, I'm just trying to talk it through. So the first round, you're going to get 1.25 million, or they're going to break up the 1.25 million into two portions. So they're actually getting 3 million in the very end if they make it the whole time.
Yeah, as long as they reach 10 million in revenue.
I think they're only getting 2.5, not 3.
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry.
I was like, wait, where are we getting 3 from?
We're getting 3 from Christina's horrible math in her head. Yeah.
Well, Prosper's gonna give them 3. I guess just up front. Maybe, I don't know, that's interesting, because maybe they would need all the money up front in order to really grow to reach that 10 million. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that 1.25 million won't be enough to help them reach their growth. Or maybe it will.
Well, I wonder at a certain point, like, will they need the full, like, if there's so much money invested, is it a possibility they won't actually need the second round of funding self-sustaining?
Good question.
Yeah.
If they do another round of funding, then that also just dilutes the shares, like the value of the shares. Or the percentage of the company, something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So where did you see that? Oh, okay, never mind. I see it. Never mind. Where do you see 3 million? But no, that's at the very top. But that's also true that Prosper's going to give them 7.5 million, and then Astoria is going to give them 10 million. Or I guess no, that means that they feel that they're valued.
Do you guys think that MuMate is valued more at 7.5 or 4.5 on pre-evaluation? I don't know.
I could give my best guess. I think they're worth more at the beginning.
Yeah, I'd say the 7.5 is a better.
Yeah.
Because you want them to be valued more.
Yeah. Well, and if they're asking for 2.5, you know what I mean? Then that obviously makes them valued it more if they're asking for that much. Because, like, it's kind of confusing how Prosper's only valuing them at 4.5, but yet they're going to give them 3 million, which is kind of really close to what they're already valued at, which is really interesting, which makes me feel like that's not a good evaluation.
Yeah.
Well, if they also value them at 4.5 and then they give them 3 million, they're almost purchasing like the worth of the company all over again, which that makes sense on how they're going to have a 40% stake in the company. Which makes them really, really close to making all the decisions.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because then 2.5 million to 7.5 million makes more sense. Like why they're only getting 25% of the company.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think in that Astoria is definitely a way better option, and just from the first part of it at least.
Yeah. I just keep thinking of Shark Tank every time I read this.
I really need to watch Shark Tank. Is it on Netflix?
Possibly.
Okay.
I think so. I think it is.
I bet I would really love it if I could ever watch it, but I've never been to look it
I've
up.
watched it like once, but I don't really remember what it except for like seeing sharks.
Yes.
I think it's pretty cool. Me and my husband watch it occasionally. It's kind of fun to just make correlations between classes and the show, even though the show is like
Bogus. Just kidding.
more like staged a little bit, but
Yeah.
Oh, my husband just said it's not on Netflix. Bummer.
oh darn.
Maybe it's on Hulu. Is it on Hulu? I'll have to check Hulu.
I mean, they got Walking Dead on the Netflix. Just kidding.
Is that kind of like Shark Tank?
Similar. No, just kidding.
Oh, that's funny.
Walking Dead is my favorite TV show. It's also disgusting. Don't watch it.
My husband loves that, and I just can't bring myself to watch it.
I haven't been able to watch the new season because it's grossed me out.
Ooh.
It's very violent. It's all, yeah. Anyway, whatever. I won't distract the conversation too much.
So, what do you guys think about the VC reputation?
I was actually just reading through that going, oh, geez.
I know, that's the one part that I'm like, I don't know.
Especially how they have a reputation for replacing the founders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's true.
So it's like, what matters more, being replaced and the relationship, or the equity and the valuation? You'd really have to weigh the pros and cons.
Well, I also remember, I can't remember their names, but one of the founders was really, really concerned about making sure that all of her promises to the people that have the grain or whatever, that they would also be taken care of. And I kind of feel like if the founders get kicked out, nobody's going to remember the people that they got the grain from.
No.
Although, if you get, like, if you still have, like, more equity in the company and everything like that, I mean, not that I only care about money, but you still make more that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like so you either choose to own your company and be more in charge of your company, or you choose to make more money. So it's kind of like which one you really care about. And honestly, I don't really care too much about a little energy drink or something. So I mean, I didn't make the company or nothing, but like a yoga drink, I'd rather just make money off of it. But if I was like obsessed with like the fact that I made it, I would probably want to like hold ownership of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I
Did
think
they
it's still
say
like
they wanted to sell it at any point?
No.
They didn't mention anything like that. Like they were just, I don't know if they're at that point of thinking about possibly selling their company. They're still new and they're still building. They're just trying to expand.
That's true.
Well, okay, it's kind of like on page 2 of the confidential document. Like right in the middle, it says Maxwell is her attorney, because she goes to the attorney to ask different questions about things. And those 2 paragraphs are really another part to think about.
Sorry, what part?
On page 2, Jesse.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Where it starts, you should think about.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
advice from their attorney, Maxwell.
Oh, okay. I think so. It's pretty much asking us if we would want to do it in half stages or one big round. Is that what it's saying?
Mhm.
So is it saying half of 2.5 million, or is it saying?
No.
Well, if they go with the Astoria and they do the 2 rounds of raising capital, then they'll be diluted less. Like their percentage of ownership of the company will end up being more in the end.
Right. Hmm. So it says if you're successful over the next year or so, you'll sell Series B shares at a bigger premium. So it's just talking about how you could sell your stock for more if you do well, and if you have more, you'll make more money. Is that what it's saying?
Well, it's kind of like, so say I have an 8-inch pie, okay, and I cut the 8-inch pie into 8 slices. So
yeah,
you're gonna have 8 slices, but your slice is gonna be smaller. Versus later, if I bring in a 12-inch pie and I still cut it into 8 slices, the slices are gonna be bigger.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna end up having more when they bring in the second round of money, because or investing, I guess. Maybe I'm not using the right terms, but once they do the second round, the company would have already grown from an 8-inch pie to a 12-inch pie, and so that just means they're gonna have more to.
Yeah,
more money, I guess, kind
your
of
stock's gonna be worth more.
Yeah.
And you'll have more of it. Yeah, got it. Totally.
So that's what he was saying, is that they're going to be able to sell them for more, because it's going to cost more to buy it into the company when the company's worth more, versus now
Totally.
it's not worth as much.
Yeah. I think overall that financially it makes the most sense to go with Astoria, because they're going to leave you that bigger, you're gonna maintain ownership of your company. Maybe not like as much say in the company, because they're trying to they kind of try to take over, whatever, because they kick one of the founders out and stuff like that. But so if the other group comes up with a better deal, I guess. I mean, I don't see what keeps them from just making the perfect deal.
Mhm.
Like what are their? Do they have like this choice of things that they can give us or something, or offer us? I guess probably.
I don't know. That's what makes me nervous.
Good question.
Yeah.
Are we
Oh.
supposed to take that first quiz like together?
No, all the little quizzes that are in the email, we all take those individually,
Oh, okay.
like before and after, and then, but they're also kept confidential. Like I'm gonna take the quiz, and even if I put down different answers than what you guys, it's all confidential. I don't know if, you know, Brother Mitch is gonna let us all know about it in the end. I don't know.
Okay.
But
There's
we
one
should
before and
take
one
that.
after.
Wasn't there a couple quizzes or like little?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they had the pre-quiz and the pre-class quiz. I mean, sorry, not pre-class. But that, and then they had the one on the email. So like they have the pre and post quiz on the iLearn, and then they got all I see is one quiz in the email. Oh wait, I see two. Never mind. My bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there's.
I have the questions if you want to know what the questions are.
I have it too.
Oh, for the poll?
Yes. I just went into it and I just printed the page to a PDF and then got out of it. One of the questions is,
We're team number 5, aren't we?
Yeah, we're group 5. Group 5, team A. So 5A. Well, hold on. I don't know if we're still 5 in this simulation.
I think so. That's what it says on the team document.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much, we should do this poll tonight then, or just before that, before the meeting tomorrow. Then is pretty much what we got to do.
Yeah.
Then after, no wait, after they give us the little email with their terms, then we're gonna do the second one. What's our team number?
Oh, we just put
5A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just said that. My bad. 5A. That's not really a number. It's a number in the letter. Anyway. Got it. Well, I'm just gonna start doing that then. Unless we have. Do we have anything else to do?
I don't think so. What do you think, Christina?
Well, I'm also wondering, like, I guess we're supposed to get an email from them tomorrow, 15 minutes before we get together. So is that supposed to be like here, 7:45-ish?
I think so.
Yeah. So do we just give our best guess then of answering these questions? Like,
well, let's just answer them. So like it says, how much capital do you want to raise from DuPage in this round? I was thinking it was 2.5. Maybe we might want more.
yeah.
I mean, it said 2.5 in the document.
Yeah.
And then it says, what post-money valuation are you targeting? I guess it would just depend on, you know, if we want more than 2.5.
I think 2.5 is good.
Post money evaluation. Well, that's where it goes to post, like where Astoria has 10 and then Prosper gives a 7.5, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think so. I'd say closer to 10. I don't.
Yeah.
Since we like Astoria's valuation better.
But I think this is also saying, you know, what would be our ideal? Like not saying it's what we're being offered, but what would we want it to be?
I mean, 10 million sounds good to me. I mean, I could go 20 million, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to calculate that, really.
Well, they have a little formula there, like the post money minus the money value, or the post money minus the money valuation equals new investment plus the pre-money.
Where's that formula?
On the quiz, the third question, it's part of the questions that stuff in parentheses.
Oh, you're right. It is there.
I'll be right
Okay, I
back,
see
guys.
it.
1 minute.
Okay. Post money valuation equals investment plus pre-money. Okay. So new investment plus pre-money. What exactly is that?
On,
Investment.
I think it was the home plate case where we had to make up that spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I think there was a formula there that also happened to put in what the post money was and the pre-money and stuff like that.
Yeah. I guess. Oh, I know what it is. So it's So like for Astoria, that's 7.5 plus the investment is 2.5. So that's 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Duh. So you
Yeah,
just
so-
add the two.
The post money, they feel that the company, well, you can't figure out what the post money is until they give you a value of what they feel you are right now. So, which is tricky because, like, it's very negotiable. Like, I called Brother Mitchell, and I was talking to Brother Mitchell on the phone, trying to get like some questions answered about last week, and he didn't actually answer any of my questions that I had, but we had a really great discussion.
Right. Classic.
So, I kind of got it figured out, but we ended up talking about like a bunch of other random stuff. He was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he's too knowledgeable, and so if I don't like focus him in on exactly what I need, I'm never gonna get my exact question answered. Because he's always like,
I think it's a
what do you want out of
common teacher thing.
it?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's just like a level 4 teacher, you know, like he really knows the stuff, but I really don't know how to ask my question. And so
Yeah.
if I don't know exactly what my question is, it's not gonna get
And
answered.
then they don't want to like give you the answer because they want you to find it yourself, but then they don't know how to help you find it.
Yeah, it's tricky. But we were talking about so I contacted Brother Mitchell and was talking with him on the phone about valuation and the craziness of like last week, all the weird math stuff that I was just weird that I'd never experienced before, just new information. But we had this long chat about value and how do you value a company, and it's totally negotiable. Like for example, you know, they're saying, you know, we think your company is worth this much. You know, we think your company is only worth, you know, 7.5 million. Oh, but we think your company is worth 4.5 million. Like that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
But
For real.
But then if they were going to, you know, and tomorrow, whenever we hear from DuPont or whatever, they're probably going to think we're a completely different value. So it's all completely negotiable. You kind of related it to buying a house. You can, you know, you go and you buy a house and you put an offer down saying you think it's this much.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why we're kind of giving our level offer like individually. Okay. And so then they're gonna try to negotiate the opposite. That's just gonna turn into just a huge fight. Okay, cool.
Whenever we came and bought our house, like somebody comes and they do an inspection, and the inspector says we think it's worth this much. But then the inspector is also going to go in a neighborhood and look at other houses that are about the same square footage and about the same year that they were built, and he's going to try and, you know, get somewhere in the middle, and he's going to say that it's valued that much. But it's still negotiable because we can put down an offer and say we think it's this much, and then they're going to counter offer and say no, we think it's this much. But you never know the value of a company, or you never know the value of a house until money's put down. Whereas you never know the value of a company until it's actually sold. Like if the company actually closes and is bankrupt, then you know the value of the company. It's totally negotiable.
Okay. Yeah, I've never sold a house.
It's interesting. It's an interesting process.
Sold a motorcycle though, sort of. My friend sold it for me.
Well, then he may have valued it differently than you did, or he may have just agreed with you that it was a certain value.
Yeah,
but it was still negotiable.
He was a good salesman. Yeah, he sold it for $50 more than I paid for it, which I didn't tell him to do that, but he did a good job.
Well, there you go. So, but then the other people agreed that it was actually valued at that much because they actually paid that price.
Yeah. They were crazy.
So this whole concept of value is like it's
just kind of depends.
Interesting.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to and what experiences they've had to feel it's this much. I mean, it's like even whenever we're looking at Astoria and Prosper or whatever, like even whenever we're looking at them, we might not feel that they're valuable enough because they want to take away our founders.
Right.
Even though they want to give us.
I think we should just. I'm just going to propose, you know, Mike, what they should give us is the same thing Astoria gives us, but let us keep the founders involved and not try to kick them out because that's mean. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I think I'm going to do.
It's like basically what we have right now, that looks pretty good. Because, I mean, we even have the option of not going with either one of these people.
That's true. Yeah.
Because even down at the very end of the survey, it has, like, you know, a combination of angel investors and asset-based lenders. So we can completely go the opposite direction and not like either of those.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So that's the thoughts on the survey. Does anybody have any other questions about the case?
Nah, I think I'm good.
I'm good.
So, do we want Matt and Becca to send the email to all three of us, and we just want to, like, do we want to try and get together, like, 15 minutes before tomorrow, or do we want to push back our time to meet with them 15 minutes?
Let's just. So get them to just email 15 minutes before, I guess. But if they're slow and take forever, I guess we'll just have to be later.
So have them email us their sheet at 8 o'clock Idaho time, and then we'll all get together at like 8:20 Idaho time.
I'm just looking at the questions that we need to go over tomorrow, and
there's a lot.
Yeah, because I'm seeing if
Each
we need
one
to
has,
meet
like,
beforehand, or if we can just look at their terms and then meet all together.
Yeah.
Because what I could do tomorrow is actually set up the chat and then send you guys the link so that we can actually like read the email, get together, talk about it, and then once we're settled, I can send them the link. And so it can all be on the same.
Yeah, that works too.
That sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, because we're gonna have to. Yeah, it makes more sense that way. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to call them the enemy, but I kind of feel like it's a competition.
Yeah. Totally. They were on a team, but now they're not. So.
Oh, now they're Team B.
Yeah. They're with the A team. They're not it. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. So tomorrow, just at 8 then.
Well, do we want to get together at 8, or do we want to try and get together at 7:45?
Oh, 7:45.
I can meet at 7:45.
Either or, really. I don't even care.
Okay. Do you work tomorrow night, Jesse?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Made sure of it.
Okay. Okay. I'll send that text out to Becca and Matt and let them know that we will meet them at 8 o'clock, and we want their email by 7:45, or sooner. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 7. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. 7:45.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow, 7:45.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Okay.